Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning, or good day, whatever you're having there. And today I want to talk about my fear of death and me kind of conquering it. Being honest, I love putting maybe before the statements of my videos because I think everything is going to come back sometime. Maybe. Yeah. As a guy that's had addiction, I think it is never certain. It's never sure what's going to happen tomorrow or this week or the next week. Maybe our brain will start to function differently, maybe this, maybe that. There is so much uncertain things that we got. But one certain thing that we got is death. We all are born, we all live our life, and we all die. And that's how the life goes. And that's one perfect thing. Autumn, winter, uh, Frühling, what? Primavera, summer. Born, life, death. That's how it goes. That's just how it goes. And one of the things that helped me to go through this mindset through conquering the fear of death. I think I still fear the death, but it's just less than it was before. And one thing that helped me is, of course, that let it happen mindset. This kind of mindset that we can look in Buddhism, the Zen Buddhism, that we can. Oh, my dog is barking. That we can see in other religions, like just being okay with that, just letting it happen, and not like mm, fighting hard. Of course, Friedrich Nietzsche would say the other way. He would like, yeah, you need some chaos in life. You need to fight, and I think every philosophy has their advantages and disadvantages. So you should read about people's opinions, you should watch people's opinions, and you should watch contradictional stuff so that your brain kind of can find the other arguments in the dialogue. I never am certain about anything, I think. Like, I can hear so many different opinions, and some of the people, when they are staying at their points, they tend to dis- somehow disagree with the opinion of the others completely. But I think it's not right. No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I think everything is okay. Everything is fine. You can do whatever you want. You're people. Like, let it happen, guys. And yeah, I was in Moldova, and I had a flight to Moldova, and I had a really big fear to fly the planes because I thought, yeah, I might die. And that sucked. I even posted a YouTube video in which I say goodbye to all my friends and all my family. But I am here. I'm back from Moldova. I am freaking energetic, as you can see, and I have conquered this fear somehow. There was a time where I worked on Saturdays in the action. Action, I don't know how to describe that. A shop where there is basically everything. Every project is there to the cheap price, and I've worked there on Saturdays. It was pretty much work there, and I pretty much liked it. It was okay. And one day, as I came to work, there was this news that some of the workers in the other country, two workers, they got killed by another guy. And at this point, I wasn't really in my best mental health state. I was pretty anxious. I was pretty fearful, and my brain I haven't slept well, and my brain coming to this thought of the death, it wasn't able to process it fully. And I think it's so crucial to let your brain have enough sleep to for it to have the ability to process things, because I remember that day very clearly and it was so bad. My brain wasn't functioning and it was thinking about one thing all over and over again. It wasn't thinking about work, it wasn't focusing on work. It was focused on this death of two people, and I was thinking, how is it to die? And I was like closing my eyes and like, oh, and eternal blackness, never waking up again. I was and I was so fearful about that. You couldn't imagine my heartbeat raced. I was like, wow, and I was like very weak at that point of time. So it was, I think, the biggest time where I feared of death, and I haven't spoken to it to about it to anyone. And I think if I would have, it would have been easier. Now I have. I am speaking basically to you about my fear of death that was so big at this point and not so big at that moment. And yeah, of course, one thing that I was happy about that I'm flying with my friends, so in case we're gonna die all together, you know, because and I'm flying with people. I think people are have become some sense of my life. I'm gonna to go for a walk with my dog soon. People have become a sense of my life. Our collective struggle with this senselessness, with the harshness of life, and how we are all dealing with them, with the anxieties, with the insecurities, with the anxiousnesses, with everything. And I was like, yeah. And I cried. I even cried in the airplane when we were landing in Bratislava. I saw, I heard to the music album that I want to discuss a little bit later on. And I saw all of the streets of Bratislava from above, and there were there were cars, and there were people, and there were city lights, and I was like, all of them have their life, all of them have their problems, and all of us are inevitably going to die. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful to live here and now. It's beautiful to have our life here. It's beautiful to make decisions, to live it, to really live it. And it were like kind of tears of happiness that I experienced at that moment. And it was beautiful. It was so, so beautiful. And I think the more you live your life, the less you are afraid of death. Of course, we are not directly confronted with death. It would be the other thing if I would be directly confronted with death, like having some kind of illness or having whatever. I think it would be completely the other thing to talk about. But right now I'm not directly confronted with it. Of course, indirectly, yeah, I'm going at the street and some kind of brick can fall on my head, or I can be whatever, shot. There are so many possibilities, and if I had this, how to say that in English? If I had anxiety, nervousness, and all of that stuff about every way that I could be dead, that would be crazy. That would be much more crazy than it actually is. But now I'm pretty chill about it, and I'm living my life, and I'm speaking to people, and I'm feeling okay with that, and I'm grateful for that. And like when I die, the life will go on, and maybe I will go into another dimension of things. Maybe I will just no longer be there, no longer be nowhere. Everything is possible, but everything goes for me. We were never meant to live so long, and I think it becomes boring. Of course, I think it would be great to stay in this shape, to have this healthy hands, healthy legs, healthy everything, and but it's just impossible. It's just how life is. So you accept it or you struggle and you go through pain. And what sense does it make? I question myself and I don't have an answer. I'm so happy. Like the day before yesterday I came home and now I have all that energy from Moldova. I'm gonna tell about it to you in the next video. But now I want to speak about the death, you know. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. My thoughts are flowing and that's like crazy. I got charged up from Moldova or something like that. And I think also my head got cleaner when I came from here. Maybe that I haven't slept well and so my brain wasn't able to think. But not thinking actually feels quite refreshing. Just being in the moment, looking at the clouds, looking at this and that feels refreshing. It feels good. I can I can recommend to all of you. Fly to Moldova, guys. It is amazing. Anyways, what can I tell to you about the death? Share your experiences with me in the comments about death, how you feel toward it. What do you think that could be after death that's interesting to you? What do you believe in? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in something? Do you believe in the devil? And let me know if you're fearful of death, if this video has helped you in some way, maybe, or not. I'm just sharing my thoughts, you know. Like and comment, subscribe if you liked and commented and subscribed. If you liked this video, if you liked me, if you liked maybe this chair, if you liked maybe my hairstyle. If you don't, please. You're very welcome to do nothing. You can say fuck you in the comments and slap me in the face. Peace out, guys. Stay tuned for the next videos. Love you all.